So on my channel, I've had a lot of videos about, great deals that I've had on MacBook Pros. And a lot of you have asked how it is that I get such good deals. So today I'm going to make a video that shows you guys how to shop for used MacBook Pros on eBay. So let's get started with a very common search term. It's right here, pre-Retina MacBook Pro. A lot of people want these unibody MacBook Pros because they're more upgradable. However, there are a couple things to watch out for when you're shopping for these older MacBook Pros. Now the first is this term pre-Retina. A lot of people search this exact term and you get a lot of these types of listings. These are like large sellers that basically they refurbish older stuff and sell them at unbelievably high premiums. So let's take a look at this, for example. This is a perfect idea of what to stay away from at all possible costs. So you've got these huge Mac Express outlet. You've got like all of these huge, look at this, 120 sold. They're absolutely massive retailers. However, if you look at this, this is a 15-inch unibody MacBook Pro, and you're like, okay, that's good. Pre-Retina, 3-year warranty, Core i7 2.0, 16GB, 1TB, OS X 2017. This is another red flag. Whenever you see OS X and then a year, that's just so that they can get in a search term if you look for newer models. So just, don't take too much stock in that. So it's got a 1TB hard drive. That's a $45, $50 upgrade. 16 gigs of RAM, that's a $100 upgrade. But look at that, Core i7 2.0. This is an early 2011 base model MacBook Pro. That's pretty old, and these things have graphics card defects, and that's certainly not worth $990, or basically $1,000 after it's shipped. That is ridiculous. So sure, it says it comes with a 3-year warranty. I can't personally speak to how good that warranty may be, but there is absolutely no way you should pay $1,000 for this 7-year-old computer. That is absolutely absurd. So let's go back and look at this right here. So this is a 13-inch. These are very common. Sure, excellent condition. A lot of these are good condition. They're working. They have power adapters and whatnot. So there is something to be said for that. But you'll notice this computer, it doesn't talk about the processor speed. A lot of these guys do not put any information about the actual specifications of the computer outside of huge 1TB, 8GB. And again, that's nothing. That you could upgrade a 2011 13-inch MacBook Pro to 1TB with 8 gigs of RAM for about $100. This is not revolutionary upgrades here. Now if we scroll down, it looks like this is a 2012 MacBook Pro maybe. No, that they lied. Okay, so you can see right here it says 3rd gen i5, but down here it says the 2.3 GHz Core i5. That's an early 2011 base model with the Sandy bridge. This is not at all worth $679. That is ridiculous. So when you see these types of listings, absolutely just stay away. All of these, pre-Retina OS X 2017, huge 1TB, and then they're going to try and sell you this for $700 when this is, it looks like another 13-inch. Basically, if you see a 13-inch that is not a Retina, it should be really, really impressive to be worth $700. This is not a $700 laptop. So, if you're looking for a 2011 MacBook Pro, it's usually a better idea to search for a more specific term, something that's less likely going to be full of these exciting words like upgraded and pre-Retina and OS X 2017. Now, if you're selling, you do want to use these types of terms because this is going to bring you an audience that isn't as tech savvy. They want the upgrades already done, and they're willing to pay a premium for that. However, if you're just trying to buy yourself a laptop, you can see MacBook Pro early 2011. This is similar to that one that we saw for $1,000, and yet this is only $418. And you know, you could upgrade the hard drive, sure, and it's got 8 gigs of RAM instead of 16, but this is less than half of the price. And you can see there in this picture, it is a 2 gigahertz Core i7, so this is the same computer that we saw before. But even if you were to upgrade the RAM and the hard drive, there's still nowhere near $1,000 in this computer. So if you're willing to do some of the work yourself, those are much, much better options. Look at that. You can even get something like this. This is a seller refurbished that's been cleaned, refurbished, and inspected, and this is a large seller too, so you don't have to worry about that. And this is only $500, whereas, you know, some of those were $600, $700, even I've seen these for $800. This is a late 2011, by the way. The other one was an early. So you can see that there are a lot of much, much better options once you put in more specific search terms. Like right here, for example. This is a 13-inch MacBook Pro, early 2011, 2.3 gigahertz. We saw that over here for $700. I'm not sure if it was this exact one, but the other one was $670, so we're just going to go ahead and call them the same. This right here is $350, so that is a huge, huge savings, and, you know, it's really not that much worse. Sure, you could upgrade the RAM and the storage, but for $350, you have plenty of room to upgrade this computer without being anywhere near $700. Here's another perfect example of what to avoid. This is, it says a 2.4 gigahertz Core i5, but it's a 15-inch. That means that this is a 2010. This is an 8-year-old laptop with 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which is 7200 RPM, which is nice, but $1,100? This is absolutely ridiculous. And look at that, 17 watchers. I don't know why. I'm legitimately confused as to why this is on here. I guess it's got a bunch of software on it, but that's, you know, those are usually shady. They're usually pirated software at that point. Also, if we take a look over here, you can see right in the description, we have a mid-2010. This is a 15-inch with the anti-glare display, so already that's going to be better. This is $500, so this is a much better deal. And even this, I would say, is a little bit on the high end for 4 gigabytes with 320 gigabyte hard drive, but this is much, much, much more reasonable. Here's another perfect example of a fantastic deal. So this is an early 2011 2.3 gigahertz with 4 gigabytes and the 500 gigabyte hard drive. And looking through the pictures, this, apart from looks like we got a dent on the lid, a little bit of normal wear, this is a much, much better deal. At only $340 with fast shipping, free shipping, this is a much, much, much better deal than this. This is $700. Also, another thing that you'll notice is there's a lot of deceiving language in these types of listings. And whenever you see that sort of stuff where it's basically they're trying to hype super standard things, usually I stay away because they're trying to charge you extra. Like this says 2012 to 2016 model. That's just baloney. That's not even accurate. You can see it has a 2.4 gigahertz processor. That means it's a 2011. So they're lying about what year this is. They put the release year of 2012 to 2016. That's bogus. That doesn't mean anything at all. These really just make me mad. Because you'll see over here it says upgraded Core i5 2.4 gigahertz processor. No, it's not. That's the base model. This is absolutely ridiculous. So let's say we're looking for something a little bit newer. Let's look up Retina MacBook Pro. So if we search this, you do get a fair amount of these refurbished that just have stock photos. Personally, I like to buy from individual people, so something like this right here. You can see this is a touch bar with the function keys Yeah, no, that's a decent deal. Let's see what year this is. So this is a 2017, so this is actually pretty decent. Let's see here. Yeah, 3 battery cycles. It's one of the lower end models, but for $979 free shipping, that's really not bad. This is basically brand new out of box. So you can see when you buy from sellers that aren't going to plaster their listings with these like fancy looking photos or this photoshopped brick wall behind their computer, you'll notice that you'll get a lot better deals. So like for example, let's take a look at this. This is a Retina. Looks like a 15-inch. It says 2014 to 15 model. Let's go ahead and fact check them on that one. So it does have the 512 gigabyte of storage, 16 gigs of RAM. Mint condition, that's debatable, but you can always assume that these are generally in pretty decent condition if that is worth the extra price to you. Let's see here. This, oh, wait, what? 500, okay. This is the kind of shenanigans that these people like to pull. They list this as having 512 gigabytes plus storage. That is complete baloney. If you look at this, it has a 256 gigabyte SSD plus a 750 gigabyte external hard drive. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. This is not worth $1,400. This is the kind of stuff that just makes me really mad. You can see 2.2 gigahertz quad core i7. So this is a 2014 base model MacBook Pro. Those all come with 16 gigabytes of RAM. This has a 2.2 gigahertz i7. It does not have any graphics card of any sort. This is a base model. So this is the stuff that really bothers me too. Look at that. This MacBook Pro Retina is just as powerful as the current model offered by Apple. False. This particular model was upgraded to max specs while ordering. False. It's very clearly the base model and was designed for production/editing. I mean, I guess so, but it's a MacBook Pro, so they all are. This is absolutely misleading. Rant on this particular listing over. There are so many of these. So let's go ahead and look up what it would be if we paid for this laptop, you know, at the price that it's worth. So let's go ahead and look up mid-2014 MacBook Pro 15. If that's the model that you want, this base model. Here we go. We've got, that one's $1,000. That's a bit high, but still almost $400 cheaper for the exact same laptop. This one is in box with, and this is the, look at that. That is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the 2.5, so this is the upgrade. This has the 512 storage. This has a dedicated graphics card, and it's almost $400 cheaper, and it's in box, so that's a perfect idea right there of what you can get. This one's even more upgraded for $1,100. Here's another one for $1,100. That's the upgraded model. So if we look here, this model, this is $980. This is the upgraded 2.5 processor, the 512 gigabyte SSD, dedicated graphics, mid-2014. This is objectively better in every single regard, and it's almost $400 cheaper. So I hope this video gave you guys some idea of what to look out for, as well as some idea of what to look for. The biggest sort of overarching advice that I can give you is whatever model you want, look for that model specifically. Don't just look up MacBook Pro or Retina MacBook Pro. Try to narrow it down a little bit and find people that are listing everything about the laptop in the description. Whenever you see these sorts of words, just stay away. That's the best advice I can give you if you're buying and you are, you know, handy about what you're doing. If you are just looking for a consumer product, you want something that's going to have a warranty, whatever that entails, you could make the argument that these offer you a somewhat simple way of getting a computer very easily without doing too much research. But if you know anything about laptops at all, stay away from these at all costs. So thanks guys for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video. I'll probably be making a few more of these sort of in-depth videos on how to get better deals. We'll be looking at specific MacBooks. I'll be talking about how to shop for parts. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you leave a like on this video. I know it was a little bit long, but hopefully you stick with me till the end, and I thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.